Hey guys, it is Mike with Become the Night. Sorry we're taking a quick break from our 5 days of the 5 best Doors songs. I saw this pop up on my radar a few days ago and decided, you know what? If I'm chugging the algorithm, I'm gonna chug away. Machine Gun Kelly has been in the rock news a lot in the last year or so because apparently he went rock. I don't know exactly what the situation is. I haven't listened to any of his music that I'm aware of. I'm really pissed off that we share the same initials, MGK, because that is forever tainted and I can never use that. Howard Stern's show just dropped a clip of Machine Gun Kelly and his hired gun band doing Aerials by System of a Down live. If you're already a fan of the channel, please click the bell. YouTube has been suppressing my videos and I'm trying to chug the hell out of the algorithm. I can talk about Metallica for 10 days and then suddenly my subscribers know about it, but if I talk about the Doors one time, suddenly YouTube doesn't think you should be watching that. So clicking the bell and regularly checking your subscription feed for my videos helps a lot. I would be honored for your help. It seriously does mean the world to me. Let's get into it.
When you choose something to cover, it's got to be a band you respect.
No, it absolutely does not. That's something disc jockey dickheads like Howard Stern will say to give it some more importance than what there really is. It just has to be a song that you can perform. There are many times, especially in the internet age, where people make covers in order to improve songs that they think suck. As a matter of fact, through my whole 10 worst Metallica songs, I had a lot of people say, why don't you remake the song in a way that you think would be better? And if I actually have the time to do so, I think that would be awesome. You don't have to have respect for fucking anyone to cover their songs.
And today you're going to do a cover of a band that I love, System of a Down. I played their music all, in the 90s when I was at K-Rock and all that shit. That's a great band, right? Have you ever performed Aerials at a festival or anything, or is this the first time you're doing it?
We've never done Aerials at all. I'm like,
Okay, so never done Aerials at all. First time performing it. That's a little bit of dishonesty. There's no fucking way they just decided to randomly pick up acoustic bass, acoustic guitar, and electric guitar and mute all the drums and all that shit without having rehearsed it. So they've never publicly performed the song before. As you're gonna see here, fucking acoustic guitar guy sings backup vocals too. You don't just randomly decide when that's gonna happen. You don't magically know that MGK has less than a fucking octave of range. Okay, that's a little exaggerated, but besides the point. I fucking hate this entertainment industry showbiz bullshit where they try to up the meaningfulness by using little white lies. Like, you guys have never played this before. This is your very first time ever trying to play this. No, it's their first public performance of it. Hopefully they tried to fucking rehearse it. It's little fucking white lies like that elevates people's statuses artificially. What a massive, destructive, corrosive part of society. It's disgusting. Get your fucking shit together, Howard.
I'm here to just jam it and see what happens. I'm again.
I'm here to jam it and see what happens. Fuck you. Maybe you've never sang the song before, which we're about to see. These guys have definitely fucking played this song before. The word jam also has an intrinsic meaning of, oh, we'll just kind of let it go as it goes and see what happens. What a fucking lie.
It's great. You guys have never performed this before.
Voice is so
never performed this before, ever.
It's like I'm just
Yeah, fucking lead guitarist back here. Yeah, shaking his head. Never performed this before. You guys have absolutely performed this before.
Guys, this is a big moment. This is an important song, System of a Down did. This is Aerials.
Okay, first thing I notice, one, the acoustic guitar has a little bit of an intonation thing going on, but I can understand that. The weather recently has been a little weird, during spring and fall. With temperature and humidity changes, it can mess up your intonation and the setup on your guitar. Especially acoustics are very finicky that way. Even beyond that, in the original recording, it was kind of supposed to be kind of real, raw. And I think that having the intonation out a little bit kind of supplements that. But more importantly, my opinion, I would hate to be that guy. I fucking hate playing acoustic guitar, especially having to cleanly arpeggiate and then have to move around the fretboard even like that. I fucking hate it. Especially the higher up on the frets you go on the thicker strings, the more likely it is to mute a note. I despise it. His job is my least favorite job in this entire band right now. I would rather do any other instrument than play acoustic guitar for aerials. It is my nightmare. Trying to do that consistently, constantly throughout a song is my fucking nightmare. And minus the intonation, he's doing a good job. Bass comes in underneath, then you can really hear the accentuation of them being out of tune with one another. Poor guys. The fade in on the guitar is nice. Okay, coming in right on the verse. Life is a what? There's like a little struggle on the intonation, but I get down with the performance of it. It's his own kind of smoky thing. I'll give him that for now. Okay, the fall kind of lost me a little bit. And that's the point where you're like, okay, he is struggling. This is as much power as he is able to give right now. I wonder why that could be. Sure, it has nothing to do with the fucking cigarette in his hand. And while we're at it, he can hold a cigarette in his hand while performing System of a Down, and it's perfectly fine. Totally acceptable. I have a vape pen that's in my mouth, and suddenly my video is not suitable for advertisers. Oh, no such things as double standards on fucking YouTube. Why did you pick this song? Half of the heart of the song is the first melody being like, okay, it's cool. We like the vocals. And then the second melody in the verse being like, and we find it all, you know, getting way up there, which I mean, hey, it's not easy to do. I don't even think my intonation was quite right on it. I mean, my voice is a little beat up from a show we went to on Friday. But then if you're gonna have to change the melody because you can't get the range that Surge does, either one, don't do the song, or two, try and recomplement the style and instrumentation to support that, or three, change the key. I understand on stringed instruments like guitars and things, it's a lot easier said than done. Obviously, you can retune the instruments, put on different gauge strings, but you need completely different setup. Guitars are mostly only good for a specific range, even when you do start changing strings and getting different setups. That's why they have 7-string, 8-string, baritone guitars. The intonation's not terrible here so far on the vocals, but it's mostly the performance, just it's not there. It doesn't sound like he's giving his all, but considering he's not trying to push any harder, it feels like this is all he can give. And you see by him not doing the higher notes, the you know, that whole thing up there, they try to supplement that impact of that melody by having the guitarist go in the background and do the never wanna stay, you know, on top of MGK in order to give it more support and more emphasis. Yet they've never performed this song before, ever. They just magically knew that MGK can't fucking sing that high, and that he knew exactly what notes he was gonna sing in harmony to it. Never performed this song before. We're just jamming it out for the first time, guys. Fucking Howard Stern over here. This is important, because System of a Down is important. What's more important is this is the first band to ever be able to read each other's fucking minds. That's incredible. Why didn't you make that the title of your video? MGK hires first mind-reading musicians to perform System of a Down arrangement they've never performed before, exactly the way it's supposed to be the first time. Fucking incredible. Okay, so another thing about the arrangement here, they put themselves in a bit of a weird spot by trying to go acoustic on a song that relies a lot on thick, punchy timbres. I think I get why they wanted to go that direction, because they want it to be more intimate for like a live radio studio performance. But now I'm feeling a bunch of conflicting moods and expectations. Like, I've heard this song way too many times. Love Aerials by System of a Down. And I think it's cool getting the satisfaction of that upper register electric guitar doing the on the octaves. Like, that's cool. But then the drums are supposed to be way more heavy and into it. And they're so reserved. Like, you can barely make out the kick drum. Barely. I had to listen to it on my my in-ear monitors to even really feel it. These bad boys here. I can like kind of make it out on these open backs. I could not hear it at all in my earbuds, wireless earbuds, and definitely can't hear it on a phone. And the kick is so important to this song. If you're gonna just go acoustic, I mean, that's one thing. I can grant that a little bit more leeway. But you have this whole ensemble, and it just feels like it's confused between whether or not it wants to be chill or whether or not it wants to be thick. So that already throws me off a little bit.
Always wanna play, but you never wanna lose.
Okay, what the fuck is that? Never wanna lose. If I could just, his voice just melts. I almost fucking guarantee it. One, I mean, most importantly, he does not give a fuck about his craft. If you say his craft is songwriting, okay, fine. Maybe he gives a fuck about that. I have no idea. I have nothing to judge that on. But if his craft is also being a front man, he's doing a fucking terrible job of it. Any professional singer that I know and have actual respect for as a vocalist would fucking never smoke a cigarette while they're performing. Ever. Just like this stupid fucking costume that he's dressed up here like he's a shit anime character. Like he's Sephiroth's fucking stepchild. That cigarette is just a fucking prop. It's a prop that says, look at me, I'm a cool, damaged person who has a lot to say about his aching heart. But what it really says is, you are all show and don't give a fuck about substance. Substance says, quit smoking because it's fucking up your voice. You can hear it when you say, he's a fake. I'll just put it out there. He's a fucking fake. He's more show than he is substance. And he does that because, frankly, he probably doesn't know how to have any fucking substance. Not saying he can't have substance. It's within his capabilities, as it is with all human beings. He's just choosing fucking not to. It's like my friends who live in LA said, cotton candy personality. Real sweet up front, quickly dissolves into fucking nothing. Okay, dude, you can't hit the high note. You can technically get down to those low notes, but you have no fucking control over it. What the fuck are you doing? What do you do that's valuable? You're not playing an instrument. You're just sitting there looking like a fucking sad boy, being like, oh God, life is so rough for me with all of my millions of fucking dollars. And you're not even fucking singing well. You didn't write the fucking song. What the fuck do you do? Holy shit, you should be fucking embarrassed. I guess another thing too, I'm noticing here they got a keyboard player. I can't hear him at all until towards the end. Yes, I've already fucking watched the video. And I can understand why in the mix they just want to be like, just dip him down for now. And when they do bring him back in, makes complete sense to me. Gives it a little bit of an extra rise. But at the same time, it's like, was it even necessary to have a keyboard player here? I don't know.
We take from the river, then we turn around and put up a wall.
Okay, just more of the same. I'm gonna skip ahead through all this shit. I don't have anything to add to this existing performance because basically the same thing as what happened the first time he did the verse and chorus. Actually, I'm gonna back it up just a hair because there's a turnaround here that I noticed on the guitar that I can't tell what the fuck is going on. Right here. Okay, that whole thing, I'm looking at the hands, I'm hearing what's going on in my ears, and I'm like, what was supposed to be happening there? Obviously, in the original song, it's just, we're gonna pretend that this song is in E instead of C. That's the way it's supposed to go, right? That's the way we've heard it 100 billion times. That's the way we expect to hear it. And he wants to mix it up somehow. But I'm looking right here at his hands, and I'm hearing things, and I'm like, what's going on? Oh, what the fuck is that? Is that what he's trying to do? Is that what he's trying to go for? Oh, okay. I think he was trying to do something fancy. Now that I'm looking at his picking hand, It looks like he was picking on the G and B strings, somewhere around there, and he was trying to do a run down the A string. I think it's supposed to be this. I think that's what he's going for, which, I mean, is not the turnaround I would personally choose to do, but I appreciate him trying to mix it up and personalize it. If you're doing a cover, I think either you're going for strict accuracy, which this song I don't think should be. So you want to add something personal to it and make it your own. And I don't mind him trying to do that. I just like, when I saw it and I heard it, and I'm like, something's obscured, and I'm like, what's going on? And like, okay. Makes sense now. He just missed where he was picking. And also proving this is indeed live. If you can't sing it, you can't hold the note. This loses so much power at this part. Never wanna lose. Oh, you know, fucking like go for it. At least try. Another instance, this whole part is supposed to be huge, massive, thick. They got the thickness with the acoustic guitar, the electric guitar, and the bass guitar, but the drums are still so withdrawn. The kick needs more fucking punch out of it. The snare needs to be an actual snare and not just a fucking hollow muted drum. Like, it needs so much more, and it doesn't get that effect across. It makes me sad. Oh God. Please fucking kill me. It's got good articulation. He's definitely got good articulation. He has a nice rock sensibility. I would probably phrase the solo a little differently for this song. It's not a bad solo by any means, but I don't think it quite gets the angst across as much. It's a little too pretty. Oh God. Oh God, no. Oh. Look, it's definitely a miss, and I feel really bad because I do not envy him being in that position at fucking all. I mean, for one, having to play acoustic guitar with really, really repetitive shit, always string skipping. I hate that. But then having to take a solo on acoustic guitar, especially when you have an electric guitar that's going to be way brighter and overpower all of your mid-range where your fundamental frequencies are. Fuck that noise. So it's like, yes, it's very easy to just be like, he messed up. Dude, that ain't easy. I'll even forgive him the tremolo single note ascending up the fretboard trick. I'll even forgive him that because frankly, I don't know what the fuck I would do either. I mostly feel bad for him. Like, it's just, fuck. I'm so sorry you had to go through that, man. That's probably a lot closer to what I would do. I would just make a melody out of octaves on the guitar. Even just getting up here to this. You know, that's about the max I can get up there while still staying comfortable. And that's right at the 12th fret. By the way, we can hear the synthesizer now. And of course, he takes one last drag off his fucking cigarette and tries to catch all of the secondhand smoke out of the air like a fucking tool bag. The biggest takeaway for me is that Howard Stern is a fucking fake person who has fake people on his fucking fake show.
Holy shit. You got to do that in concert. That works.
The rest of the musicians are very talented, I assume. I mean, they did a fine job with this, considering it's their first live performance. A first live performance of anything is going to get shaky. I assume, considering the Machine Gun Kelly gig is a high-stakes gig with label backing, they're going to have a certain standard of technician level as well as reliability that needs to be met in order to be hired on for this gig. So these guys probably fucking shred. Any other final thoughts? I'm sorry that this is the first exposure for some kids to System of a Down. and they should probably listen to the original System of a Down, as well as a bunch of their other shit in their catalog. They have some fun songs. Anyway, if you think I earned it, please click that bell. I'm trying to fucking chug the algorithm, and again, would love your assistance, would be very honored for your help. You can support me on Subscribestar by clicking the link in the description, and you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Become the Night. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Rock on.